Hello guys, welcome back. This is mr.kru and here with a new video right now in my bungalow. And I just told my worker to just clean off the apartment since it was getting a little bit dirty, and you can see the plants growing up a lot. So I just put him in work, and now we are going to be going into the work. Well, I just recently bought a new car, basically a new car, a new day for customization, and you can see it right here, the Grotte Furia. So it is quite a sports car or a supercar, we can say. So we got this cool looking car. It's just so good looking in my point of view, and with the backlight so long. Wait, let me just show you. It has the backlight so long, and quite a good spoiler, the double-sided spoiler. So I'm quite hyped for this car. And I hope the customization would impress you. Well, let's head to the mod shop and start customizing this bad boy. This is quite controllable car. I'm not feeling much difficulty in controlling this thing. It's just so perfect sensitivity that I won't clash it very often. So again, it is called the Grotte Furia. It is a supercar, and let's start with the customization. Right at the start, I'm going to tell you the armor, brakes, transmission, turbo, suspension, everything could be can be max, or depending upon your income, because they can be costly if you go higher. So I'll be concentrating on the exterior of this car. This is just so amazing. Okay, so right now going into the front bumper, let's go on and go with the secondary super splitter, which is quite fancy, not like the other ones, and especially the white line which is showing up at the border is just very good looking. In the rear bumper, I might go well, I was thinking about the GT diffuser, but I think the secondary focus diffuser or the primary focus diffuser is much good looking and suits quite better to this car. So I'm going to go with the secondary focus diffuser. Okay, so now in the canards, this is mostly the sides of the place. Let me just show you the options. So there are quite a few options, but let's just go with the best one and the secondary colored, which is the rally canards, secondary rally canards. Going into the engine, there is two types here. The engine block, which well, normally in cars, engine don't have a separate section of customization, only the power of the engine, which is the level of the engine. But this one has a different design on the top of the engine, which you can see it here, the primary, the no accent, and the stock one. Let's go with the primary in case we change colors. That might look very nice. Alright, next into the exhaust. I'll just scroll through all of these slowly. Well, I like the split oval exhaust already. Wait, let me just scroll over these exhaust very quick. This one is going right behind the engine. Wow, and it's so up. Didn't expect it like that. But it looks so cool actually. And I'm 100% going with something like this. Oh, the exposed mount exhaust. It's just so good looking. Well, according to my car experience, according to the car experience I have, I don't think cars are supposed to have exhaust pointing upwards, because in the times of rain, imagine the water going inside. It will just mess up the whole car, the whole engine of the car, and that's not good. But in GTA, nothing matters. Just go on with whatever you like. I'll be going with the exposed mountain exhaust. And then in the hood section, there are quite a few options. Quite a few means there are 15 options on this, and it's quite hard to select between those. I like the carbon instep hood, which adds a little bit carbon in the front of the hood. And Also, the inlet hood is quite good with the two exhaust on the top. Well, I don't know why do they have two exhaust in the front and two air vents in the front since the engine is back. But as I told, GT doesn't make sense, doesn't matter. Just go with anything you like. So I think I'll be going with the carbon and step hood, which has a little bit of carbon coming out. And then going into the horn, let's put the dumbest horn, the clown horn. And then in the lights, let's leave it for now, because we'll be going into the arena shop and try to give it a colored light at the top. It's like a bonus tip you can get in my videos. Not many people know about this, and many people know about this, but they forget to implement it. So I remind you in every one of my video, and also it helps the car give a good look, boost the look of the car. Alright, now we are seeing into the neon layout. Let's keep it 360. I mean the front, back, and sides. Go and then in the neon color. I'm not sure with which color should I go with. So the lights and the neon color, I'm going to be leaving it for now. So going into the new chapter, the big chapter called the liveries. In the liveries, I want you to go down and put the masterpiece, because this is a masterpiece, the name, and it actually is a beautiful looking liveries, as you can see. All the others has some branding and all the other stuff, which is okay, but I think the masterpiece is quite a unique option, and I'll be trying to get a good respray on this and try to make it much more unique. In the mirror, this car has the most fanciest mirror. Look at it, it's so good. So I'll be going with the primary, I guess, because it's the top part of the car. I was thinking the bottom part should be secondary and the top should be primary. So with that in mind, the mirrors are basically in the top, so giving it a primary color. In the plates, as always, yellow and black. In the respray, let's go into the primary color and go into the matte color. I have this thing in mind, and I hope you guys like it too. As you can see, there is a little blue color on this is a livery, and this is the black part. I'll show you with the white one. So this is the livery. As you can see, they are matted. The livery is matted right now, which looks very good. The matte color suits a lot in this car, so I'll be going with something matte for this car. And by seeing the liveries, you can see there's some dark blue on here. So if we see it in the dark blue, you can see how this thing perfectly matched. There's not much difference. That is it is. If I zoom in into this area or maybe some other area, okay, if I zoom in into this area, you can see there is a very little difference between both these colors. But as of far, you won't be able to tell that these two are totally different colors. So one of my suggestion is to go with a dark blue. And the other suggestion of this is go with the yellow, because the yellow adds a new color to the car, and also it supports a colorful look on this car. So I just love that yellow color fitting in perfectly with the car. That is my suggestions. You can go with any of these colors, but still I suggest you to go and choose anything but in matte. Okay, going into the secondary color, while the primary color was very long, you can see the white lines here. That is what the secondary color is. Again, going into the matte, and the white one is fine, but I think the yellow would match with the primary color, or you can go with the red color. Well, about the secondary color, I was thinking about going with something else, not the same yellow, but I think the yellow looks much better, and I'll be going with that. Done with the respray. The main part of this whole customization is done, but one thing is left, the trim color, which is the inside one. Alright, in the trim color, it is graphite right now, a little bit gray. Okay, so it's absolutely waste. You can see the only this line and probably some other few lines around the car would be changing, or yeah, the whole this place, the stitches of the car is changing color. Well, let's just go with the yellow since our whole car is yellow. Going into the roof section, there are three options. You can go with anything. I think the stock one looks better. Alright, then in the skirts section. In the skirt section, I like the primary skirt lip because it has a long yellow strip down below and which looks amazing. Then in the suspension, let's lower it down as more as possible. Leaving the transmission and turbo, going into the wheels. Since there's a supercar or we can say a sports car, let's see in high-end tires, tire type, and try to find something very good looking for this car. Alright, I think the Cheetah RR is looking quite good, but there is also one more option, the Cheetah Carbon R, which is totally black. We can go with anything, but the difference between both is the Cheetah RR, you can change this grey color into any of the color. But I don't know, I don't think so that this car would look nice if the colors were different. So I'm just going with the black, the carbon. And then in the wheel colors, you can see the ring of the wheel is just changing colors. And again, since our whole car is based on the yellow color, we'll again go with the yellow. It just adds a accent to the car. Accent means just flowing with the same colors and trying to match the car up. And then in the tire design, we are not going to put any tire design. It will just become a sponsorship type of car, giving this a bulletproof tire without forgetting. And then in the tire smoke, as you know, the same accent, the yellow accent for this car. Going with that, and I think we are done with the last customization, that is putting the limo windows on it. And we are done. It is a night time. I like to mention what time it is. Depending upon that, I can show you around where to see this car perfectly, because you want to see this car at a nice light place, and it would help you to have a look at this, how it's going to be looking. You can see how this is. It's quite a crazy car. I think if you have a car meet, this would get a lot of attention because of its colorfulness and also the modernized style it has. So I think this will get a nice 8 or 9 out of this, because I'm not if there are a few things I could change in this, that would be get maybe a spoiler or something, because there aren't any spoiler, I guess. I'm not sure, but mostly there are no spoilers on this, which is quite disappointing. But I love the lights of this car. It's just so modernized, and I think the masterpiece suits it much nicer. By the way, I just noticed a spoiler is inbuilt on this car, that's why they don't have one spoiler. If you guys know about the T20, it has the same type of spoiler as well. So I think it is quite nice having good competition for T20 here. And about the speed, I'm damn sure it would be as fast as T20. Alright, this is where it ends. I hope you liked my idea, like my customization. If you did, then leave a like down below, and also don't forget to subscribe. And you can hit the notification bell, because the next time I'll be uploading a new video on some other cars, you will be notified, and stay up to date on my customizations. Alright, have a nice day, have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye bye.